Hello, this is Sarah with Posh Pooch Designs, and today's video I'm going to show you how to make a Fleur De Lis pen. Now I looked up what Fleur De Lis means. Fleur means flower and De Lis means lily. And so this has been known during Mardi Gras to be a great symbol of the saints. I think Saint Joseph is the one that's talked about quite a bit. And this is a great little pin to make. You can wear it on your clothes to work tomorrow, just because tomorrow is February 28th, which is Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday from what I understand. And it's a day of celebration before Lent starts. So you can make a little pin and you can put it on your clothes, your sweater, you can put it on a hat, and scarf or whatever you're going to wear tomorrow, or even tomorrow evening if you go to a Mardi Gras party. It's a great little addition. It's really easy to make. Now we're make it out of worsted weight number 4 yarn, and this is just one of those DIY Lion Brand yarns. You can use any worsted weight number 4 yarn. You can even make it out of a gold cotton if you want to. Now I chose to make it out of a yellow gold. You can make it any color that you want to, but most of the ones that I have seen were made out of a gold color. We're going to be using our H hook. Whoops. There it is, our H hook. You're going to need a needle for sewing and attaching your pin, and of course weaving in your ends. And you're going to need 2 straight pins because we're going to be making the Fleur De Lis in 3 pieces, the center and the 2 sides, and then we're going to attach the center, and you'll need those pins to hold those pieces in place. You can do it without them, but I found that it gets just a little clumsy. And then you're going to need what's called a brooch pin, and this pin is about 3/4 of an inch, and you can use anywhere from a 1/2 inch to a full inch if you just have some laying around. You can buy these in a package at any of your craft stores or jewelry making stores. I got these, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. There were about 10 or 12 in the package, and they were like $3, so not very much. They have them silver and gold. You can even get them in real silver, I believe. And I think even Walmart has a package of different color ones. So, and we'll be sewing that on the back. And of course, you'll need a pair of scissors for cutting your yarn. To begin our Fleur De Lis, we're going to start with the center section, and then we'll make the 2 sides and attach it together. So we're making it in 3 pieces. So the first thing that we need to do is chain 18 chains. Here's my slip knot, and we need to chain 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's our 18 chains. And we're going to be working up our chain, and then we're going to turn and work up the opposite side of our chain. Now don't worry, I will help you. It's not hard, I promise. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to place a slip stitch in the 2nd chain from the hook. So here's 1, 2. We're going to go in and just pull a loop through, and then pull it right through the loop that was on our hook. The next stitches we're going to do is we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains. Then we're going to place 1/2 double crochet in the next 6 chains. Yarn over, go through the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 3 chains. Yarn over, go in the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, go through the second 2. So we need to make 2 more because that was 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place 1 half double crochet in the next 2 chains. So we're back to doing a half double crochet. There's 1 and 2. Then we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains. So we go in and make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then we're going to place a slip stitch in this very last chain. So there's our first side of the center. So now we're going to turn and work down the second side or the opposite side or the other side. It can be called several different things, but basically we're turning and then we're going to work in the second side of our chain. All right. The way this will work is, like I said, we'll be working down this opposite or other or second, it can be called all 3 things, side of the chain. And we're going to work in reverse of the stitches that we did. So the first stitch we're going to make is a slip stitch. And we're just going right in that chain like we did the other direction. Then we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next 2. There's 1, 2. Then we're going to place 2 half double crochets, 1, 2. Then we're going to place 3 double crochets, 1 in each of the next stitches, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll place 6 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll place 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then we'll place 1 slip stitch on the end. And that's the center portion of our Fleur De Lis. Now we're going to cut the yarn and we're going to weave in both our ends so it's all tidied up and ready for our next pieces. So this is what the center of our Fleur De Lis should look like. I took my needle and I weaved my ends in the back. And now we're going to make 2 pieces that look like this. And this will be the sides of our Fleur De Lis. And we're going to make 2 exactly the same. So we're going to begin with our slip knot and then we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So we're going to begin with stitching in the second chain from the hook. So we're going to place 1 single crochet in that second chain. And then we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains. Then in the next chain we're going to stitch 1 half double crochet. Then in the next chain we're going to stitch 2 half double crochets. There's 1 and 2. And this is going to cause our Fleur De Lis little edge here to start curling. The next stitch we're going to stitch, or the next chain, we're going to stitch 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Whoops, we're getting caught. There we go. 2 double crochets. Then we're going to stitch 2 half double crochets in the next chain. So there's 1 and 2. Then we're going to stitch 2 single crochets in the next. 1, 2. Then we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in the last single crochet. And then we're going to tie off. There we go. And weave in our ends with our needle. Let me show you real quick the way I do it when I'm having a lot of pieces that I have to put together. Thread my needle, turn it over, and just go right in those stitches. It's always best when you're weaving in to go in stitches. So I'm going to go in those stitches, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come right back the way I came. I sort of give it a little bit of a snug with my scissors, and then clip. Then I usually stretch a little. All right, let's do this other one. There we go. Get it in there. Turn and come back the other way. So here's the center of our Fleur De Lis. The little bit wider part goes to the bottom, and we're going to take these two and make sure the longer curl portion is at the bottom as well. And that's where I take my pins and I pin them on because we want them to touch in the center. And then we're going to cut off a piece of yarn about 18 to 24 inches long. We're going to take this, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to hold that piece of string with my thumb. And we're going to begin wrapping the center like this. Snug it in there. And we can adjust those curls as needed. We just snug it in there, wrap it 4, 5, 6 times, turn it to the back. And my yarn's a little long, so I'm going to cut it. And then with my needle, I'm just going to go underneath and give it a few stitches so I know that it's going to stay put. And I'll do that with this one as well. And I'm going to go the other direction. And I'm going to leave those on there, and I'll show you why. Let's pull out our needles, or our pins, I should say. There's the front of our Fleur De Lis. Needs a little bit of adjusting. But let's turn it over. And at this point, we can put on our brooch pin. There we go. And I set it right across there, and I use that piece of yarn on the end to just stitch it on, trying to center as best that I can, and you just make some few stitches to keep it in place. I'll use that other tail. This one's a little bit short. I probably cut it too short. There we go, and I just make a few stitches to keep it in place. There we go. Oops. Alright, well then I try to weave those in. I did cut my string just a tad too short, so I'm going to put a little knot just so it's out of the way. And then you can use your Fleur De Lis as a pen. This is what your finished Fleur De Lis should look like. Here's the front. Here's the back where we added the brooch pin. And this is just a fun little way to add a little festiveness on your clothes for Mardi Gras.